Right, I've had quite a few messages, private messages and comments and that sort of stuff on other videos about this. People have known I bought it and they've asked me when I'm doing a review. Well, I've decided this is the weekend. I can now give it an honest review on this. So you're gonna have to bear with me because I'm gonna have to read it because there's so much here. I wouldn't be able to remember it, or it'd take me 20,000 takes. So anyway, this is the Trakker Levelite Oval Mf-Hdr bed. Now, when I bought this, I looked them up and they was around £549.99. Oh, just got to mention that this video is sort of sponsored a bit by Horncastle Angling. They did me a great deal on it so I could do the review on it. So thanks to them, and you can see their logo somewhere in one of the corners, and I'll leave that running through it, and I'll put details at the end if you want to get in touch and find out more. Yeah, it's got 8 spring-loaded legs. Now, if you've watched my other, one of my other videos, I bought the Trakker chair with the same sort of legs. I bought that a while ago now. Absolutely love the legs on that. Really, really good. They went, what position you put them in, that's the position they stay. Now, I had problems with my old bed chair. Well, I say old, it was only 2 years, but every time like most of us, when we sit on the edge, if you lifted the legs to level the bed, I'm 16 stone, the legs sometimes used to slide and give way. They didn't lock in position, so you had to then get off the bed, lift it up, sit, and it was up and down, up and down. Now these legs, they stay where you put them, and that was one of the reasons why I really was interested in this bed. Plus oval, I've always fancied an oval bed. So when this come along and Horncastle offered me a great deal on it, I had no, it was a no-brainer basically. I needed something. I wasn't getting much sleep whilst I was out, which is good if you're catching fish, but not good if you're not. So yeah, this got a railed midsection that firms a mattress. It's a flat profile with 4 spirit levels, which I'll show you that. Spirit levels, I'm going to say they're probably the same as what you're thinking. Why do you need spirit levels on a bed? It's something to do. They're small, they weigh nothing, and you'll be surprised how much you use them once you get used to using them, because how many times have you jumped on a bed? We'll get into that bit when we're showing you anyway. You got a storage pouch which you can fit in different places. Again, I'll show you that a little bit later. Double hinges, so that allows the bag to be left on. Again, I will show you that. You've got 2 compression straps, as most beds have, to pack it down nice and tight to keep it small. It's got a soft water resistant peach skin outer, and it's reversible for 3 to 5 seasons. I only use this one way. I've used it now for, when did I get this? It's now end of February, coming into March-ish. Yeah, end of February. And I got this somewhere around when they first come out, around about, I want to say beginning of October. So I've given this a good, because of the price, I wanted to give it a good test. So yeah, I've owned it, basically used it all through winter. I don't know what it's going to be like in summer. I may do an updated version. Judging by how warm it is in the winter, I reckon I'll be sleeping on top of this mostly through the summer. But anyway, we'll come into that when we get into summer. The pillow retainer, which I've said about, it's got 2-way full-length crash zips, and they do work. Again, this is the first time I've ever slept in a sleeping bag on the bank, on the lake, whatever you want to call it. I usually, what I do is lay on top of my sleeping bag, and I had a big thick cover I had 2 covers, one for summer and then one for sort of autumn to spring, shall we say, a thicker one, and I used to just lay on the sleeping bag and chuck that over me. So now I've done away with that because I've been narrowing down my kit. If you haven't seen that video, my barrows have been on a diet, that video. But yeah, so I've now done away with that cover because this bed and the sleeping bag was on it is all I need. So it saved me weight and saved me bulk. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever slept in a sleeping bag, and on top of that, it's the first time I've ever zipped up a sleeping bag. Now, even in winter, I just used to lay with a cover over me, like I said. But this, I'm happy to, if it's okay, I just have it just chucked over me, zipped up one side and have it chucked me, so you can just throw it off and get out. I've always been a bit wary with crash zips. You get a run, say you get a screamer in the night and the zip snags and you can't get out and you're struggling, and then oh no. So I've never done it, but I thought I'm going to test it because it's been bloody cold a couple of nights I've been out. So I've zipped it up, and every time it's come undone when I've got a run and need to get out. So I'm now happy to zip the bag up if needed. So only when it's really, really cold. Obviously you've got your door open or letterboxed or whatever you're doing, and it's, like I said, it's been -2, -3, 4. So yeah, sometimes it's just nice to get in. You're not going to get many bites, and so you may as well get nice and warm and comfortable. The length is 215 by 85 centimeters. The leg adjustment can go from 38 centimeters to 48 centimeters. Its approximate weight is 17.5 kilograms. It sounds a lot, but there is a handle on the top once it's packed away, and it makes it so easy to maneuver in there your bivvy and pick up and everything. It doesn't really feel like that. I can't notice the difference between that and my old bed. So, and like I say, my old bed, I'd only owned 2 years, and I just couldn't get on with it. It just wasn't comfortable. The legs kept giving way. I carried extra stuff to keep warm. So yeah, and it was from a known company as well. It wasn't like a cheapy one. The max load you can put in this is 130 kilos. Like I said, I'm 100 kilos and I've not had a problem with it at all. So that's sort of like the rundown of it. So what I'll do is I'll show you around it now as best I can. I'm not going to go into loads and loads of detail. The best thing for you to do is to watch this, and if you're interested, go to a shop and have a look for yourself. So let's have a look around it now. Right, so this is inside the Frontier X. Basically the bed is pushed to the back, but there's a gap all the way around. It doesn't look like it from the top to the bottom, or we're going bottom to top, should I say. But there is a gap all the way around. It's just the sleeping bag is quite a chunky sleeping bag, so it does fill in. But the bed is not touching the sides or the back, and it fits absolutely lovely in there. So there you can see, it's not touching. Let me just grab the camera. Look. As you can see, look, there's a gap there. It's just how the sleeping bag is. Oh, nearly knocked a cup over. And as you can see down the sides, look, there's a gap all the way at the back. So the sleeping bag and bed are not touching. We come at the top end. You have to bear with me. And as you can see, there's plenty of room there. So it sits nice and snug in the back of the bivvy, allowing you more room at the front. So I'm just going to show you the top end, how I have it. So basically I don't have it zipped up, although I have tried it zipped up in the winter and it does work. We are still in the winter, so yeah, last night was a cold one. So I literally, how I have it, you've got your different layers, and I have it basically like that. I lay on this one and just have the top over me, and it's been -3 and -4, -2s, and that's enough for me. Just that one over the top of me, it keeps me nice and warm. As you can see here, I bought the Trakker pillar as well, and that you have at the top end here. Hope you can see there. You have this area here. I'll pull this out of the way so you can see it even better. There's an area there that the pillar can sit in like that. Silly little bit of thing, but it actually does work. Now I've just noticed, and do you know what? I have just noticed, yeah, there is some little toggles just here. And I've never noticed these before. These little toggles, I'm guessing, let's have a look on here. Yeah, they do. There is here 2 little loops. I'm guessing the toggles fit the loops to keep the pillar in place. I wouldn't use that because I do move around quite a bit, so I'd rather have that sort of loose, and I can bunch it up or double it up or lay it like that. I've sometimes had it like that and lay it like that if you just need a little bit more height. But yeah, this little baffler plate does really work well. So that is the Trakker cushion to go with the bed, but it is a separate option. Right, so here you can see, here's your spirit level. You have 4 of them. Again, I didn't buy it for these, but how many times have you got into bed and had to go off to adjust it, get on and adjust, get off and adjust it? I didn't think I'd ever use them, but I must admit they are a real handy little bit of kit, and I find myself using them more and more. If you're on a sort of fairly level base, it don't matter. But with this, you can just put your bed down, level it up, and 9 times out of 10 you get it right first time, so it saves time, and we all like to save a bit of time. As you can see here, I've got the pocket that comes with it, which can be put on in different places. I'll just pull this off. So you can move and maneuver this around. You've got Velcro at different parts all around the bed. So yeah, great little bit of kit. Don't use it loads because I've got lots of storage, but you know, I just sometimes just slip my phone in. It just keeps it off the floor, but away from everything else. And if you need it, you just basically stick your hand out the sleeping bag and get it. Right, so when I'm packing this away to fold it up to go, because of the double hinges, you can actually leave the sleeping bag on. I don't zip it up. I found it can create a bit of a sort of like an air pocket. So what I do is I leave this side all unzipped. I take the pillow out, and what I do is I just chuck this up here and clip in with that buckle like that. And then when you're folding it up, basically what it does is it just keeps the sleeping bag sort of in position. And then you fold it up, strap it down, and away you go. Right, as I said, the pillow is an extra option. You don't get it with the bed, you have to buy it separate. They are $29.99. Is it a lot of money for a pillow? Well, because of the shape of it, I thought I'd buy it. I wasn't 100% sure because I'm a bit funny with pillows, but I thought I'm going to buy it because I want to give the bed a full review, and obviously the pillow was made for the bed, so I bought it, and I'm pleased I did because I actually really like this. It has quite a few uses, I found. Sometimes I like a low pillow, sometimes I like a high pillow, depending on how my shoulder, neck, and all that sort of stuff. Watching TV, reading on your phone, laying flat, whatever. Anyway, so basically this side is a camo pan. It's nice and smooth, and then this side is like a sort of a furry, sort of fluffy, more sort of style. So I'm guessing you probably use this one in the winter and this one in the summer, depending. I use this one all year round. Now it is, I don't know if you can see that, it is a sort of half circle shape, and that fits in the baffle plate like I showed you. And as we just found out, it has two tabs here for the toggles to keep it in place. Now there is a zip in there as well, as you can see around there. So you can take this off, take the pillow out and wash this. So if you're sweating all over it, or if you're dribbling all over it, or spilling anything over it, you can give this a good wash. So yeah, there's that. Now, like I said a minute ago, you can have it, you can sleep on it like this, and it sort of curves around. It's quite nice because I found like during the winter, what you can do is, hopefully you can still hear this, this can actually sort of curve around, and then with the sleeping bag over, you actually get really snug. The other way I have used it is if you want a little bit more height, I've turned it on its side and done that, and then slept on it like that, and that gives you a little bit more height. But great little big kit. I'm really pleased that I bought it now. I've done away with a pillow, and when you're packing this away, I've got a bag I put my bed in, and this just fits in there. I'm guessing you could even fold this in the bed. So yeah, great little optional extra that is. Okay, so there you go. That was just a quick look around it. This is in the, I can't remember if I said or not, but this is in the Fox Frontier X. So not the smallest, not the biggest, but it's the medium size. So you can gauge from how it sits in there. I used to always have my bed pulled forward because it was the more sort of traditional rectangle one. Since having the oval one, always fancied one. Since I've had this oval, I love it. It's created so much space for me. So yeah. And also, just to point out that the bivvy as well has got the tension strap on, so you can, if you want, obviously spread it out more and give yourself a bit more room. But I put the tension strap. I'd prefer it on. Sometimes I have it lowered, but for this purpose of this video, I'll put the tension strap on so you know that it's at its smallest floor span. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not going to bore you with too much details about it. Like I said, you can go on the line, you can go into your shop. That's the best. But I really recommend you go into a shop that can show you one and have a look at it, have a lay on it, pick it up, see the legs, see the mat. It is as good as they say. Now, I've never owned a tracker bed before, never owned a tracker chair before, and now I've got the tracker chair and the tracker bed, and I love them both. And this is not me sort of doing some sort of sales pitch, because Horncastle England helped me. They gave me a discount on it to help me out with the channel, and so I still had to buy it, but they did me a deal on it. Again, I'll put their website here, so you can go and have a look there. If you're in Lincolnshire, pop and have a look. But they also do online sales as well. So I highly recommend this bed. Like I say, I can't recommend it enough. I can only tell you my height. I'm about 5'9", and like I said, 100 kilo. One thing I forgot to mention about it is, I do like about it is at the foot end, if you're a person that likes to lay on your back, then when you're laying on your back and you've got your feet sort of up, they've got extra material on the base of the sleeping bag, so it doesn't feel like you're pushing your feet down. And I sleep on my side a lot, but if I'm laying here reading my phone or watching a bit on the TV on the iPad through winter when it's really dark, I lay on my back and it's so much more comfortable. It doesn't make your sort of ankles and feet ache. But that was another thing I forgot to say, but yeah, just put it in there. So yeah, obviously I think they do a wide boy version, I'm pretty certain. I remember talking to Mick and Craig one day, and I think they said they do them. That's from Horncastle, England. So yeah, what else was I going to say about it? Like I say, it's not a cheap bed. It's not the dearest, it's not the cheapest by far, but you know, buy once, buy right is what I'd say. Recommend, just go into a shop and try it. It's really, it's as good as they say it is. It's transformed my sleeping, basically, or not even just sleeping, just comfort, just laying on it. You know, I can imagine in the summer when we're sort of, I've got quite a few trips planned this year, just laying on it and chilling out, because you can take the sleep, if you want to, you can take the sleeping bag off, just Velcro, just pull it off, and then you've got like, it's like an old-fashioned sort of sun lounger, but modern, so you can lay on it that way. So yeah, highly recommend it. Hope this has helped. If you've got any questions you want me to answer it, I'll try my hardest. Just put them in the comments below or the email here, and I'll do my best to answer them. So let's say I've been using this since October. I don't like buying things, take it out of the box and review it. That's not me. I like to use it and use it and use it, so I can give you the best information I can about it. So hopefully that helps. Let's say I've done several cold, very cold nights through the winter, and I've never once been cold in it. So yeah, like I said, hope that helps. Just get in touch if you need any more information, or go into your local tackle store. Like I say, contact Horncastle, England, they'll be able to tell you about it. Yeah, until the next one, thanks a lot. Sorry it took so long to get there, but I wanted to make sure I tested it as much as possible. But thanks for watching.